Bud Light is getting to the point where they are trying to regain their lost customer base, going to desperate measures with introducing a new beer can design, with sales continuing to plunge from week to week, having yet again a 24% drop within the latest week. And they did this to themselves, partnering with a controversial figure, Dylan Mulvaney, in the hopes that it would fly under the radar for many people, once again spitting on their actual customer base. And well, Bud Light Anheuser-Busch is back on the bandwagon and trying to retrieve their lost customer base. And before we do get into the article, please like and subscribe. It helps a lot and I much appreciate it. Anheuser-Busch might change bottles to camouflage after partnership with trans activists. And with the change in the design, Anheuser-Busch is trying to go back to their roots and showcasing patriotism. And to me, this is another sign that Bud Light is just getting to the point of being so desperate that they're willing to make these sudden changes, which are forced changes to try and recoup their losses as well as their customer base. Instead of rather just coming out and officially making a public apology, they choose the latter. Amidst the backlash that Anheuser-Busch received from what the New York Post calls the Dylan Mulvaney fiasco, they're trying to recover by redesigning some of their Bud Light and Budweiser packaging. It's funny that Anheuser-Busch themselves has said that it's too early to assess the potential Bud Light backlash, and then yet here you are trying to redesign a can in order to recover your losses in revenue and customer base on top of your brand's own reputation with the hiring of Dylan Mulvaney. The company allegedly held a meeting last week to discuss some changes. Plans include a temporary redesign of its Budweiser and Bud Light aluminum bottles. And for Budweiser, which is owned by Anheuser-Busch, they are putting Harley Davidson on their cans. I guess they think that most of their consumers are bikers. No clue what's up with that. This will only make things worse as it shows that these changes are forced. This won't reverse the damages that have already been caused. The only way that happens is if the boycotts subside or people forget about the whole situation entirely, which I don't think will ever happen. The New York Post reports that Anheuser-Busch will produce bottles with a camouflage print and images of the Folds of Honor program, which provides educational scholarships for children and spouses of fallen and disabled American military service members and first responders, according to the executive. Anheuser-Busch is hoping this redesign will help reverse the sales drops that they've been seeing in recent weeks, all while other competing brands have increased revenue, according to the Post. To me, this is a giant slap in the face to our veterans. They're being used as this backup plan in hopes that it will increase the company's revenue. Maybe Bud Light should have gone down this route instead of the Dylan Mulvaney route. But that's what happens when your team of marketers aren't suited for the job and just want to make things more inclusive, even though a beer is pretty inclusive when it comes to anyone over the age of 21. And to add more icing onto the cake, apparently Bud Light had other marketing strategies, including offering a free shirt with the purchase of another brand, including military, country, and western music, and having first responders and law enforcement in their advertising. If they stuck with just a few of those things, they would have been golden. They wouldn't be faced with backlash, and they wouldn't be needing to make these changes in order to get their revenue back up to par. And even if Bud Light were to do a public apology, it is already too late. It's been weeks and weeks since the first start of the boycott, and still nothing. They can't even own up to their own mistake, and if they do, you'll have individuals calling the company as being anti-LGBTQ+. They are sandwiched and can't really do anything except to play the waiting game in hopes that people will forget about this whole situation. And with all that in mind, I'd like to hear your thoughts in comments below, and don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.